Coming up, my top 3 from this video. Let's see where I rank them. Welcome to KDX Bricks Analytics, where I watch all the Lego investing and reselling videos so that you don't have to. So let's jump right into it. I'm looking at our cumulative table with you, and this is the first time on my channel in this series of videos that I'm doing that the cumulative table has not started on July 1st. That's because last time we finally hit the 4-month data set that I was wanting to capture and then roll over or keep updated for this table. And once I got to 4 months, I said, okay, I don't want to go any further back than 4 months. So now we're going from July 15th to November 15th. And really, it should be July 16th to November 15th. That's a typo there on my part, but we will move on. This table includes information from 140 videos, 10 channels, and resulted in 677 Lego set mentions from those 140 videos about Lego investing and reselling that I watched on YouTube. First set on this list has an enthusiasm score of 3. It gained its 3rd mention, and it is 40454. Spider-Man versus Venom and Iron Venom. I'm a huge fan of this set at $15 for 4 minifigures. Next up got its 3rd mention and jumped up to an enthusiasm score of 3, and it's set 76397, Defense Against the Dark Arts class. And then the 3rd set on this table is 31109, the Creator 3-in-1 pirate ship. And a quick notice here is that it did not get any mentions in the last 2 weeks. So that would be the November 1st to November 15th timeframe. Check out my last video for those specific mentions and e-scores. However, it did jump up in enthusiasm score from a 2.0 to a 3.0. And the reason that it jumped up is that there was a mention back in the first video I did from the 2-week time period of July 1st to July 15th. And since this is a rolling 4-month period, well, that mention dropped out, which was a mention with an enthusiasm score of 1. And so the only mention that remaining is the one that's more recent, and that had an enthusiasm score of 3. I won't point out every single one of these, so follow along on this table during the video, but every now and then I'll point out where, hey, there wasn't a new mention, but old data dropped out. And so this would indicate that the more recent feeling regarding investing in this set has changed. And again, I didn't want to go back further than 4 months because I feel like that data could be too old. 4 months to me seems about the right amount of time as to what would be considered current recommendations and feelings regarding a set and its investment possibilities. All right, so now scrolling down the table, of course, pause the video anytime to look at parts of the table that I don't discuss. 4 more mentions for 40558 Clone Trooper Command Station, 75316, 4 more mentions, 15 total mentions, 76903, the Chevy Speed Champions 2-pack, 1 more mention up to 7. All 3 of these last sets had e-scores of 2.9. 40549 Demogorgon 11, 3 more mentions up to 19. So this set is definitely the leader when it comes to mentions, and of course an outstanding e-score of 2.8. 1 more mention for this set, which is one of my favorites, up to 8 mentions total. Great minifigures, great build, and great price point at $40, especially because you could have gotten on sale. And another Brickheads 40496 Voldemort, Nagini, and Bellatrix. This is a Harry Potter licensed Brickheads 2.5/3-pack, and these multi-pack licensed Brickheads sets seem to do really well in retirement. The individuals do well too in terms of return on investment, but they're just so small and so low in the dollar value. You have to sell so many units, and really you're looking for sets that are priced between $50 and $150 for investing and reselling. But these multi-pack Brickhead sets do so well in terms of return on investment that I am high on these. Next one, 75980 Attack on the Burrow. This one is at the perfect price point, $100, and it should do very, very well in retirement. The 123 Sesame Street set. This one did not get a new mention, but because again, as I explained with the pirate ship set up here, this one did have some old data drop off, and so now it has an e-score of 2.7. And same thing with the next set, it jumped up by a 0.2 to a 2.7 for an e-score. 75319 The Armorer's Mandalorian Forge. It got 2 more mentions up to 14, so this set is a absolute standout and is an absolute winner in my opinion. 1 more mention for the Hogwarts chess set, up to 7 mentions total, 2.6 e-score. And the next 2 sets got another mention, up to 5 each with an e-score of 2.6. This one is 75321, and this one is Dumbledore's Phoenix, set 76394. Boba Fett helmet got 2 more mentions, up to 14 total mentions. mentions, 75277. That's outstanding. And the Buzz Lightyear Brickhead 40552 has 11 mentions now. This 40557 Star Wars minifigure pack, Defense of Hoth, got 3 more mentions up to 8, so that's great, with an E score of 2.5, which is outstanding. So this is definitely a set that I'm interested in. The Hogwarts Express got another mention, so it's up to 6 total. Still a very, very outstanding E score of 2.5. As you know, I love that set. 31122, the Fish Tank, got another mention up to 4. And then scrolling down the table, 76387, Hogwarts Fluffy Encounter, got its second mention with an E score of 2.5. Same thing with this Hogwarts Moments class, 76396, 2 mentions with an E score of 2.5. Bad Batch Attack Shuttle got 3 mentions for a total of 14 and a very solid 2.4 E score. And this set up to its 13th mention. You guys are really, well, not you guys, I guess all the YouTube videos that I'm watching to get this data really twisting my arm and making me think that I really got to take a second look at this set. I was not that interested at the beginning. The actual chamber itself, especially when you close the hood part of it, it just doesn't fit together that well. It's gappy, it's sharp, and it looks unfinished to me. So for some reason, I wasn't excited about it, but people that are investing and reselling are very excited about it. One more mention for 76395, Hogwarts First Flying Lesson, so a total of 9 mentions. 3 more mentions for this architecture set, Tokyo, so up to 6 mentions. 2 more mentions for this Target exclusive, 76199 Carnage. Wolverine Mech got another mention, so up to its 3rd. Armored Assault Tank got 2 more mentions, up to 13. The Imperial Shuttle got another mention, up to 8. 75311 Imperial Armored Marauder, this set I love, got another mention, up to 7 with an E score of 2.1. 501st Legion Clone Troopers, 3 more mentions, up to 13, so very solid. 75305 the Scout Trooper Helmet, another mention, up to 13, also very solid. That one I really agree with. This one is a sleeper in my book and will do very well in retirement. I will slowly scroll past these sets in the table, but the next one I want to talk about is the Ferrari Daytona SP3, set 42143. No idea how this set is going to do in retirement. It certainly looks like it should do very well. I love this set. I have one of it at home. It's still unopened in box, and I really want to open it and build it, but it might be worth holding on to at least for a few years and see how it does in the resale, or I could try to hunt down another one. Either way, from the table, as you can see, no more mentions, but the old day that was outside of our 4-month window dropped off, so this one jumped in the E score to a 2.0. And then feel free to pause anytime and look at the table in more depth. 75252, the Imperial Star Destroyer, got its 12th mention. The Fiat 500 got its 5th mention, and the Hogwarts Clock Tower 75948 got its 3rd mention. This set, as you know, I like, got its 8th mention. 75310 Duel on Mandalore. 76385 Charms Class got its 4th mention. And then I didn't mention any of the other non-licensed Brickheads sets, but this one I did want to talk about for a second. It got another mention and it jumped up to an E score of 1.5. And of all the ones that we looked at in my last video, this is the only one that I actually kind of like. Maybe this one will be of interest. Next up is 75315, the Imperial Light Cruiser. It got its 7th mention. And then similar to the couple other I've talked about, the Farmers Market Van 60345 and the Nintendo Entertainment System 71374. They both did not have any mentions, but they also both dropped in the enthusiasm score down to 1.0, so the old data dropped off. And then the last one to look at is the Hungarian Horntail, and it also had old data drop off, and it dropped down to an enthusiasm score of 1. I think that'll pick back up because this is a very good looking set. To me, I think the E score should be in the low 2s, maybe 2.1, 2.2. Time to close out with my top 3 sets from this video. The first one here is Spider-Man versus Venom and Iron Venom, set 40454. My second place set from this video, the Armor's Mandalorian Forge 75319. My number 1 set, begrudgingly, I will take the plunge, is this Darth Vader Meditation Chamber set 75296. And although it's not my favorite, it continues to rack up dimensions. Gonna start to take a hard look into this set, but I figured it was time to point this one out specifically. So that's a wrap on this video, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else.